Yeah. James, I'm wondering, John Reed, you said after week 1 he kind of had some rust to work off, and the way it came on the broadcast after Pitt was that it sounded like he was a healthy scratch, the way they portrayed it. Is everything okay there? Do you expect him back this week, or is that?
Yeah, we expect John back.
Okay.
Hey James, how would you evaluate your pass rush through the first 3 games of the season, and how do you evaluate a pass rush when you're going up against more mobile quarterbacks than some traditional offensive players?
I think we've been pretty good at defensive end. Obviously, we had 7 sacks last week. I think we've been pretty good at defensive end. I think we can be better at defensive tackle, and I think we can be better at linebacker. We got to be more reckless when we blitz and when we rush at linebacker. Sometimes that running back goes to fit us up, and we can be more aggressive. In terms of rushing the quarterback, and then things that you're always going to get better at. But typically, you got aiming points, for where you're supposed to rush the quarterback. So if you're supposed to, rush the quarterback on his outside shoulder, on the high hip, or whatever, however you want to describe it, there's a couple times where we've gotten too tight on our rush, and then the quarterback's able to break contain. I also think that people. Have a tendency, we're so aggressive rushing up the field, people use that against us in terms of quarterback scrambles or draws or things like that. So there's that fine line between how reckless we are in rushing up the field, trying to get to the quarterback, but also making sure that we stay in our lanes and things like that, and that we don't lose contain, especially on the mobile quarterbacks. I don't think there's any doubt about it. So I think at defensive end, overall good. At defensive tackle, I think we can get better. And at linebacker, when we're blitzing, I think we can be better.
Hey James, what are your thoughts on from when you get home Saturday to practice Tuesday? You just got a couple hours on Sunday. Is there that's not the norm? What's your thinking on that?
Yeah, we don't gain as much from Saturday as you'd like because we don't get home until 5 o'clock in the morning. So with the time change and things like that, so you don't gain as much. But obviously we'll be able to get some work done. We'll be able to get our games corrected, which we will do. We'll come in the office on Saturday. We'll grade the tape. We'll be able to have our staff meeting, kind of go over that game, get all those things knocked out. So come Sunday, we'll gain probably 3 hours is truly what we'll gain. And then obviously, the GAs will be able to get that film, that Saturday game, graded and put into the system as well. So we'll gain a couple hours, but not as much as you think. And then where we have to be a really mature football team is how we handle Saturday. I think that's going to be really, really important as well. That we get a good night's sleep and we recover so that we can have a great week of preparation. But obviously, I don't want to get into a whole lot of that, but I want to answer your question about how we'll handle coming back from Illinois.
Yeah, I actually meant the kids.
From what standpoint?
Well, they'll have Saturday and Monday off, and they're not usually have 2 out of 3 days, and then half of Tuesday too.
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is they're really only going to get probably Saturday night off, and if we were playing a 12 o'clock Saturday game, it really wouldn't be any difference, because if we get back at 5 o'clock in the morning, they're probably sleeping until when?
3.
Right, yeah, probably sleeping until 2, 3 o'clock. So you're not gaining as much as you think you would. They're probably gaining a couple hours on Saturday. Say it was a noon game. They're gaining a couple hours there, and we're gaining a couple hours for Sunday really. But besides that, not a whole lot. Unless obviously it was a night game, back-to-back night games.
James Tyler?
Yeah, with Jason Oway, I think he played about a dozen high school games before he got here. He flashed in the first game 2 sacks. What are the short-term and long-term expectations for what he can make of this college career?
Yeah, it's probably easier right now to talk about long-term. I think he's got a bright future. He's 6'5". He's 247 pounds right now. He ran the fastest 40 of any freshman that we brought in summer camp. He had, I think, the highest vertical jump, the longest broad jump. So obviously he's got a lot of gifts, genetic gifts. I don't think there's any doubt about it when it comes to athleticism. But the game is still very new to him, but I see him getting better every week. and understanding the things that we're teaching. Came from a really good high school program. His D-line coach in high school I played with in college. His head coach in high school I played with in college. So he came in and I think had a pretty good foundation, although he hadn't played a whole lot of football. And the other thing is he's just a very, very hard-working, respectful, coachable kid. So he's getting better every single day. So it's hard to tell short-term because right now, him and Tar Burton, we're kind of complementing those two guys. So we play Tar Burton the first 2 games, probably going to play Jason Owe in 2 games, and then evaluate from there. Do we save those rest of the games for late in the season, or do we end up just playing one of these guys? Obviously, depending on how Jason plays this week, we'll determine do we just green light him the rest of the year based on his production last week, or does he go back into kind of a wait and see type mode? But long term, based on his body type and athleticism and mentality, and then a very small sample size, but very productive in that small sample size, you'd like to say that he's going to have a very bright future.